YouTube, what's up? Welcome back. Bada bing, bada boom. Another episode, Ghost Mods. Today we're gonna talk about how to change your transmission fluid in your Evo X SST. So in this video, I'm gonna give you step by step what fluid you need to buy, the filter, the drain bolt locations, and what you got to do to get to it. All right, so show you guys the cars right here. You already know that's my MR 2010. Pretty clean. I already did all the services on it. 4x4. We got the DSM 2G still working on. We got my brother's rally art right there, 2010 Evo. Okay, 4B11 SST. She's clean, running good. All right, pretty clean setup. Okay, so this is the fluid we're using today. Amsoil DCT 100% synthetic dual clutch transmission. Protect the thrill. Now, I know a lot of you guys is like, oh, you gotta use Queen. You gotta use Queen. Listen, Queen is the OEM fluid that the dealer provides for these cars. Now, I do have dealership experience, and I know we're always gonna offer our own fluids, but there's other fluids out there that's the same quality, sometimes even better, but got a different name on it and was made from a different company. Amsoil's been around for a long time. Their fluids has been known to be good. I personally have not used any of the engine oils. I'm a Redline guy, but in my Evo X MR, I have Amsoil fluid in the transmission. I did do the relearn. I do have the software for it. So every time you do change the fluids on the SST, you have to do a relearn. Not every Mitsubishi dealer still have the software to do it. It's a pass-through CAN software, and it does the reteaching 1 through 8. It's 8 steps while the car is on. It will be shifting, it will do boost shifting. It does everything to make sure the forks and everything is working properly. You do that every time you change the fluid. Now, let's just say you change your fluid and one of your seals is, you know, your axle seal or anything is starting to leak. You only put 300-400 miles on it, and you know, obviously you need to pull the seal. You're gonna lose some fluid. Top it off. You don't need to do the relearn. You only have to do the relearn if you put over 1,000 miles on your SST. Then you want to do the relearn on it. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Amsoil. So number one is a lot cheaper. I think the Queen, I think this running for like $400. Like two buckets. You gotta know the actual sound off. It's a gallon or I don't know. But the SST takes 8 quarts. Max 10. When you're doing the draining fill, 8 is usually about a half a quart left in the oil cooler. You don't need to drain the oil cooler. Just drain the transmission. Now, some SSTs has 3 drain bolts. Some have 2. On my 2010 Evo SE has 3. My brother's rally art right here, 2010 rally art SST, has 2. So if you have 2 drain bolts, you break them both loose and let the fluids drain out. If you have 3, break them all 3 loose, let it drain out. Okay, so that's what you want to double check. Now let's get back into the Amsoil. Why I went Amsoil? Number one, it's easier to come by. Okay, I was gonna go with Redline dual clutch, but here in, you know, Orlando, Florida, not a lot of shops carry Redline, and you have to get everything online, and I needed it ASAP. There's a lot of Amsoil places in the area. Still, a lot of them didn't have the dual clutch fluid that you would need. They got a lot of, you know, regular transmission fluid or engine oil fluid. So I went to this one shop called Parts Alternative in Kissimmee, Florida. They got like everything in stock as far as Amsoil. I went there, paid $201 after tax. Now, if you become a member with amsoil, you save 25% on your first purchase. So you'll probably pay like 145, 150 with tax and everything on your first order. So you'll save